Hello peeps, and welcome to another Sundays with Sparky. How is it going? Good. That's good to hear. I'm glad for that. That's probably a little bit too information. You probably should have kept that last bit to yourself. How are you? How are you? It's been a week, and we're back here again. Yes, we are. I've been doing some stuff for my channel, and in case you didn't know, the Mugumps have started up a new channel, and I've been helping them with some recording and stuff for their channel as well, which is pretty cool. So if you are on my channel, there is a link to their channel on the right hand side in the featured channels section. You should go over there and give them some love, because they're pretty cool people, and you should go and support them. If you don't already, that is. So, with that said, I'm going to talk about my channel now. Going to be changing things up a little tiny bit. It's only a tiny change. I'm basically going to keep Mondays pretty much the same as they have been recently, and they're going to be my multiplayer Mondays. So, stuff like this Gmod and the Trouble in Terrorist Town, that kind of stuff, that'll continue being on Monday. Wednesday, however, I'm changing. I'm not going to have the Hearthstone stuff on a Wednesday anymore. I'm going to move that to Fridays. So my Hearthstone stuff will go out on Friday instead now. And on Wednesdays, I'm going to do some more... I'm going to bring back the one-off Wednesdays, basically. So more one-off kind of videos, and more... And some of the stuff that I do with Suki, that'll probably continue... and that'll be on the Wednesdays and stuff as well. Possibly the Monday, depending on how things work out. I'm hoping that will just be the little change that I need to kind of give me a little bit of a boost. Although, saying that, we are 5 subscribers away from 200. I say we, I am 500, 5 subscribers away from 200. But it feels like you've all helped. In some way with your support, and you know, sharing stuff around and commenting and liking and all that kind of stuff. It's been really great to see that little number, just getting bigger. Just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. Even though, you know, most people would say, oh, but subscriber count, it doesn't really mean anything. Of course, but it is nice to know that people have taken their time to go, you know what, I kind of like this guy, I'm going to click subscribe. It makes me feel a little bit warm and fuzzy inside. I like it, it's a nice feeling, and I'd like it to continue. So, that's that done, and that's all that nonsense out of the way. Let's talk about movies and video games, because that's what I do here. This is what we do on a Sunday. We talk about movies and video games. I've watched a lot of movies this week. A lot. So I'm going to start with movies and get them done and out of the way. I did start watching Jurassic Park 3, but it was so terrible and I'd forgotten how bad it was, so I just turned it off. And instead I watched the very first Sin City. Now when this first came out, I was really I really liked it, really enjoyed it. It's a great cast, great director. And it was new because it was black and white, but there was splashes of colour and stuff throughout, which kind of made it a bit different. It was something that we'd not really seen before as far as comic book movies were concerned, and I really enjoyed it. Watching it back again this week, I found it to be a little bit slow. I found it a bit slow paced, and I think I turned it off and went to bed in the end, because it just seemed to be dragging on for ages. I'd probably only got like another 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so to go. Whether it's just my attention span has got worse since the last time I watched it, which is a possibility. But yeah, I just found it a bit slow, and I've kind of felt the same when I went to see the new Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. I went to see that, and that was a bit the same. I was kind of hoping... It didn't really make a lot of sense either, because it continues... Oh, I'm assuming... Well, this is the thing, you see. some of it felt like it was set in the past, before the original movie. But then some of it was kind of felt like it was set after that movie. So I don't really know what was going on, essentially. And I don't really want to tell you too much about it in case of spoilers. Because there's things that happen in the first movie that don't make any sense when you should watch the second movie. And you're like, what is going on? How? Why? What? So then I had a little splash out and bought some new DVDs because there was some... I wanted to get the new Captain America DVD, and then I realised that it was like £13 in Tesco, and I was like, so what? I can wait. Because that seems like quite a lot for a normal DVD. If it had been a Blu-ray, maybe, but no, we're talking about a normal DVD. I was like, I'm not spending 13 quid on that. So I picked up Pain and Gain. I'd not seen this movie. Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson, and I was surprised to see that it was actually a Michael Bay film. And I was like, wow, I think there was only one explosion in this film. That's surprising. If Michael Bay made more movies like this and less ruining my childhood, I wouldn't dislike him so much. Dwayne Johnson in this was fucking brilliant. Really good. Just, well, Mark Wahlberg's fantastic anyway, in pretty much everything that he does, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, Dwayne Johnson was just top notch. It's very good. It's based on a true story, and you should watch it because it's funny, and it's very funny. Usually in ways that it shouldn't really be funny. It's kind of a bit of a black comedy in that respect, but the action sequences and stuff are great as well. So check it out if you haven't seen it already. Moving on, we have World War Z, or if you're American, World War Z. I've never understood why there is a difference between the English and the American. Why do they say Z and we say Z? I've never understood why there's a difference. If someone knows what the difference is, please let me know, because I don't. I saw this at the cinema when it first came out, and it was great then, and it's still great now. Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt. He's awesome. You know, you can't really go wrong with Brad Pitt. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you're kind of with them as they're trying to discover what happened and how to kind of fight against it. And when things go wrong, you're like, oh no. And when things are going right, you're like, yes, come on. It's good. I like it. I like it. I mean, I like Brad Pitt in pretty much anything that he does. I don't think I've seen him in anything that I didn't like. But then that's just me. Some people probably won't like him because it's got Brad Pitt in it. And that's fair enough. But I kind of have a bit of a man crush on Brad Pitt because it's Brad Pitt in it. So why not? And then penultimately, we have another Mark Wahlberg movie, Lone Survivor, again based on another true story. This movie is possibly one of the best military movies I've seen in a very, very long time. The story, as I say, is based on a true story. There's a few changes to the actual story itself along the way from the original. I think it was originally a book written by one of the guys that is played in this movie. The fact that you know that it's based on a true story and the majority of it stays true to that story. There's a few slight minor details that are changed here and there just to kind of make it more cinematic, I suppose. But yeah, because you know it's based on a true story, and because it's it's something that is still quite close to home. It's not like it's Saving Private Ryan, where it's like Second World War and most people of my age will only have grown up learning about that at school and they will have never kind of experienced it. Whereas this is a true story military one that's based on stuff that's happening now and has been happening for the last sort of like 10 years. If you're into military stuff in any way, shape or form, you need to see this movie because it kind of blew me away a little bit. It was that good. It was that good. You were really rooting for them the whole way through, and yeah, it's shot in such a way that you almost feel like you're there amongst it all, which was really good and a testament to the director and the cameraman and stuff. So definitely check out Lone Survivor. It's awesome. And the very last movie that I watched, I figured I'd give. I still do have an iTunes voucher, so I thought, well, maybe I'll rent something on iTunes because I've never tried that before, and it might work out to be pretty cool. Only I couldn't really find anything that I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch a movie called Snowpiercer, but it doesn't appear to be available on iTunes anymore, and I can't find anywhere to be able to watch it. Because I think it was on something like Movies on Demand or something. There was like some kind of website, but it's not available to me in the UK. I guess it's only available in America, which kind of sucks. Had a very limited release, and I kind of wanted to watch that, but I couldn't. So I was just browsing through and I saw that Anchorman 2 was on there, and I was like, I still have not seen Anchorman 2. I'm not quite sure what that accent was. Creeped in there. I'm just going to creep in and talk in an accent. That was it again. See, another accent. Don't know where it came from. So yes, Anchorman 2. It was hilarious. I was a bit skeptical because I was like, Anchorman 1 was good, and you've left it a long time, and I really liked the first one, and there was lots of quotable stuff in the first one. Is the second one going to be able to live up to the first one? And you know, because it'd been quite a long time, it'd been like about 10 years or something between the two, so I was a little skeptical to say the least, but I was pleasantly surprised. It was very silly and very funny all the way through. If you liked the very first Anchorman and that kind of comedy, you know, pretty much anything that Will Ferrell has ever done, then you should check it out because it's really funny. Really funny. Steve Carell does a fantastic job as always as Brick, and it's just so silly. It's just so silly. I'm just laughing about it now because it's so ridiculous. Yeah, you should watch it because it's very funny. Unless you're easily offended, in which case, what are you doing watching this? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so that's the movies. I told you there was a lot, and there was a lot of movies. And this is going to require a lot of heavy editing. Okay, so let's try and make games a bit quicker. Games. I'm still playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It seems to be taking forever, and I only play it a little bit at a time because the controls annoy me. So I'm still playing that. I haven't finished it yet. I've been reinstalled and been playing some Diablo 3, which is pretty cool. It hasn't changed. They've made some changes to kind of some of the stuff. I'm enjoying it when I play it, but I don't play it for very long. I've started a seasonal hero, which is one of the new things they've introduced, where you play for a season, which I'm going to guess is probably the same as Hearthstone, where it kind of is essentially like runs for a month, and they've got leaderboards and they've got all sorts of other stuff, and there's special loot that only drops for during that season, that you can only get during that season on that particular character, that's not available to like any of your previous characters that you've already got, which it kind of makes you want to play it again, I guess. You know, I'm quite a casual Diablo 3 player, so I just play it every so often, just for a bit of fun, really. And I started a wizard because I've never played a wizard before in that, and I thought I'd try a wizard, and it's pretty fun. I'm blowing stuff up and setting things on fire and electrifying people. It's good. I like it. I like it. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with that. I think that's about it. Yeah. Is it? I think that's it. I think that is it. I think that is it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all of my games. Not really been playing a lot of games because, as I say, I was trying to rank up with my Hearthstone and been leveling up with my Diablo. So that's pretty much it. I did play some stuff that is going to be going up on the Bagumps channel. So make sure you head over to their new channel to check them out. And they put out a Trouble in Terrorist Town video earlier in the week that included myself and Andres and Suki, as some of the videos on my channel have as well. That was fun, and you should totally go over and give them some support. Okay, thanks very much for watching, peeps. I'm going to go and edit this because I've been waffling for ages. I'm probably going to have to try and squish it all down. And I will see you next week. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm sorry.